just be a very shiny little piece of jewelry you have on your wrist.
That's got numbers in some places, but they don't really do anything. But yeah, no, that's actually a great analogy because you do think of it like you just want things to run smoothly, and that's how I felt that game went. Although the Double Sonic team, I think there's definitely potential there.
Oh, yeah, no, they definitely were very solid players.
Mm-hmm.
It just happened to be that they felt outclassed, not outmatched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was just like, I felt like Vinny and DK Will, who have spent so much time together. Dark Wizzy and Mr. E. Oh, that's going to be exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Dark Wizzy, kind of one of the more aggressive Marios, you know, known for, you know, people in upstate New York joke about him just pushing buttons. But, I don't, you know, that's not all he is. He's obviously like a very, very good player.
Of course.
Taken tons of good names.
You don't get on the... Sorry.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, one of the favorites to take like top 8 here
for sure.
in singles.
You don't get to be on the fringe of the PGR without being a little bit more nuanced than just pushing buttons.
Oh, yeah.
And the other thing about Dark Wizzy is that he is an amazing doubles player. He always finds himself going far with Waddy, for instance. He does team with Waddy a lot. He does make his way into the deepest parts of doubles brackets. So I'm not going to be surprised if he does work with Mr. E today.
Yeah, and speaking of being on the cusp of PGR, yeah, Mr. E has never been on the cusp. He's always been in the middle of the pack, has fantastic wins. Like, he's kind of similar to Vinny in that regard, where, like, he hasn't been traveling as much, but when he goes out, it's just like... So, we haven't talked about these players on the left. I'm not familiar with either of them. I think they might be Long Island players. I will say, if it's the sort of thing where, you know, if the team on the left doesn't know what they're getting into, Dark Wizzy will have a fun time about that.
Oh yeah, Dark Wizzy, he loves those offstage forward airs.
Yeah,
he loves aggressive like down air grab forward air. So if he's gonna be allowed to have a field day, he will. Yeah. But I actually don't think that these two fresh faces are actually that fresh. I think I saw the Kirby playing Cruz. And if it's the Kirby that I'm thinking of, he actually took a few stocks, if not, in fact, the game against Glare. So this might be a little bit better than you'd think. And look at that, 66% on Dark Wizzy already. This team is by no means out of it, certainly in the beginning stages of the match.
Yeah, and I'm watching the way this Kirby is playing, the way he's moving. Oh, that's a little bit of a pseudo flub there. As it stands, though, Mr. E is normally, when I see him play doubles, he sort of occupies a stock tank role.
Yeah.
He's very good at, like, you know, he plays defense. Oh, my. How did that turn around so quickly?
I mean, so Kirby, pretty light character. He's going to die to that up smash. Wow, great Shoryuken.
Yeah.
And then Lucina's forward smash. You know that move is strong as heck. So just two really nicely placed smash attacks. But Mr. E going to lose that stock too, and blue team is they're not too far ahead if you can get the stock here. Not going to get the forwards, the up smash.
Yeah, I think that the thing is that Kirby is really nice about putting up damage. It's one of those things that people have forgotten about since Kirby in general has fallen out of relevance. But I remember the olden days when, you know, people would see a Kirby get like 80% guaranteed on Fox, and they would just be like, "What?" Oh, you also have strong smash attacks. Don't sleep on the tippy toes.
Yeah, Kirby reminds me a little bit of Pit in regards to he's gonna have to find a really honest kill, but that's why you have Ryu on this team, right?
Yeah,
Shoryuken kills very early, and if Wheezer is able to get those Shoryukens consistently, which we already saw him get one, that might be the role of the big killer essentially on the team.
Oh, but a fantastic read on that roll behind. Just gets an up smash and, oh, doesn't want to suck him up. I feel like, oh, okay, no, he wants to, is this the strategy at this point in the game? This is normally what you see when you're like in the 2v1 and you're trying to style on the guy, but apparently he's just sucking up his teammate.
Kirby's inhale and then like spit out is actually really strong. So I'm actually not surprised he's going for it.
I do also believe that the strength is directly proportional to the weight of the character. And Ryu is a surprisingly hunky boy.
Yeah, no, for sure. Oh, no, wait. This might actually be it.
He's fine. I mean, He's not in a great spot, but he's technically
he's
fine.
He's technically fine. Good backer. He's actually, I think, going to clean this up. Wow, goes for the forward smash on the platform. Wasn't expecting it. Maybe a little bit of early morning fatigue there, or not fatigue, but early morning inability to play. But gonna get that forward smash.
Yeah, in that situation, when you grabbed somebody and their partner is right there behind you, sometimes what could be really good is just to like keep pummeling, and then try and read when the other guy's gonna throw out an option. And because when you do a throw, you actually get invincibility.
Yep.
So, for instance, if he stayed there, waited for Mr. E, and then like it's like, okay, now you're gonna forward smash, and goes for the back throw, it only would have hit Dark Wizzy.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those scary situations because you grab as the 1 in a 2v1, and you're in a bad position. But if you can abuse that throw invincibility, you might have a chance to get a good throw off. But right now we're going to game 2. What do you think about FD?
Very curious. On the one, so I think that they just want a flat stage, and the side blast zones on Smashville hurt a lot more than they helped. Like I'm thinking back to that first stock in which Mr. E got a forward smash kill extremely earlier. So, yeah, the other thing that I'm trying to think about is when it comes to juggling, which is in general harder to do in doubles, and there we see a kill from Dark Wizzy. Honestly, on the whole, we've seen a lot of these relatively close games.
Yeah.
Game 1, and then game 2, they'll counterpick stage, and it will kind of be more of a blowout.
Yeah, I just feel like, because, these are teams comprised of great players. The adaptation factor is real. And, oh, wow, great strong hit from Wheezer there on the left side, but he's not going to get anything off of it. Mr. E was Dark Wizzy was at the edge for a little bit, but not able to capitalize, and blue team is just going to have to do their thing. But what you were saying about adaptation, I think, is going to ring true. They are great players, and so they're going to be able to figure out their opponent's habits.
But those little moments will add up a lot. Red team might still be down by quite a bit. Oh, that stock, I was actually about to say that rage on Ryu was so pivotal, and the fact that he just lost it, that's like an extra just blow to Red team's comeback potential.
Yeah, absolutely. Rage is marketed as the comeback potential of Smash 4, and so you want to keep that as much as you can, especially as a character like Ryu, who has really strong options, right? Like, that Shoryuken with Rage, that kills really early.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, right now, I still would expect that Mr. E would die from a Shoryu.
Yeah, no, I would say so. True Shoryuken, which is, of course, the Shoryuken that you have to use the actual Street Fighter inputs, is a really early kill move. Doesn't get the strong hit of it there, though.
Okay, nice back air and a forward smash. Mr. E wasn't quite ready for that. And now it's just 4 stocks to 3. It's a sort of thing where if Wizzy drops a stock to a Shoryu here, that's not the worst position in the world for Red Team. But if they're not getting those big plays like that, then Blue Team can just continue to just like they're doing right now.
Yeah, at this point, when you get a big lead in the beginning of doubles, and even singles, you can kind of just ride the lead to the end. And it looks like Blue Team is content with going stock 1-to-1 trading, essentially, where they put on as much percent as they take, and that's about it. And it looks like that's what they're doing here. Forward throw to up air. Great little conversion. And now Wheezer is the last chance for Red Team to take this back. But with 4 stocks on the Blue Team, it might be a little bit tough.
Yeah, and he goes all the way down there. I'm not sure whether that was a concession or just a missed input, but regardless, we have Dark Wizzy and Mr. E moving on in bracket.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I feel like at this point we've gotten like a nice sample platter. You know, you've tasted the hors d'oeuvres. Who do you think, of the people we've seen so far, these teams that have moved on in winner's bracket, who do you see getting really far?
All right. So I think that's a good question. I think, obviously, there are a lot of really good teams here today. The tournament has 88 entrants for singles, and that could mean at most 44 teams. But I think of those, there are a good, 10 to 20 teams that could really fill out a top 8. If I had to put my money on it, of teams we've seen so far, I think the adaptation that are Hungry and Gen made in Game 1.
I was going to say that they really surprised me with the way that they played. And like that's just like a surprise pick for me. I could see them going pretty deep.
Yeah, absolutely.